afternoon. It's been so long since I've had a live video. Your girl's just been living life, teaching school, working at Ulta, dating someone new, just a busy building myself up in the Lord, studying the Bible, studying with other people, just, life and out here. But I've had several requests from people on the Instagram. The Instagram, it sounds so old. Oh, also, I just had a birthday about a week ago. I turned 28 years old, so I'm actually 28 years old, 1 week and 1 day to be exact. So, literally, I've just been living life, just taking it easy, not putting pressure on myself to really, do too much. I'm doing what I can and making sure that I, first and foremost, make time for God and that I just make time to rest. Hey, hey. But since I have the time, I'm also on quarantine right now. That's a whole other story. I live in South Carolina. We've been, in my district specifically, we've been in school face to face since the beginning of the school year. But yeah, something happened. And so I'm currently on a quarantine. So I have a little bit of time since I'm not able to work at Ulta during this time because I'm on quarantine. I thought I would hop on and make a video. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys my skin. My skin is actually doing a lot better than probably the last time you've seen me. My dark marks have faded significantly in my opinion. Yes, I still have them. Yes, I still suffer from acne and especially maskne now that we're in this whole situation that we're in. But honestly, 2020, I can truly count my blessings more than I can count the negative things that have happened to me. But let's jump right in. So I've already done my skincare, and for primer, I have on the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Hydrating Primer. I've been more into hydrating primers recently. I don't know. I've just been experimenting, just life and living, just doing new things, different things. I'm trying to debate, do I want to use a foundation I love, I've always used, or do I want to try something new? Because I'm not going anywhere. It's virtual movie date night for me and my boyfriend, so I'm not going anywhere. But he selected silver, so I'm going to do a silver eye look. Should I use a new foundation or should I use something that I already have? Let's do a mixture. So one of my favorite foundations of all time is the Urban Decay Stay Naked. I love this foundation. I wear the shade 80, Neutral. This is in my top 3. So we'll wear that, and let's mix it with one that he complimented me on, that he liked on me, which is the Too Faced Born This Way Matte, and I wear the shade Cocoa. I'm in love with the Cocoa. So we're going to mix these two together. I get compliments from other women when I wear this foundation. It's one of my most complimented foundations. Like, people notice a difference in my skin. And John, that's my boyfriend's name, John complimented me when I had this foundation on. So we're just going to mix them together. For the women, for the men. Really for one man. But yeah, anyways. So I'm just shaking them up. And I'm going to go with a pump of each on each side. So a total of 4 pumps of foundation. Your girl still likes to wear a lot of foundation. I'm debating, do I want to wear concealer today? Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. So 1 pump of that, Urban Decay. And that's what that looks like on my cheek. You can see it's more liquidy, but it's not super liquidy. And to me, this is a perfect shade match for my skin. And then we're going to go in with a pump of the Too Faced Matte. 1 pump of that. And that one's a little bit lighter, but it all works together when you blend it out. And it also pumps kind of crazy. So those are the two together running down my cheek. I'm going to use this IT Cosmetics brush. I'm just going to mix the 2 shades together. I'm going to go in and pat them into the skin. And I focus mostly on the cheek area. And then kind of whatever's left over, I bring up onto my forehead. I also have braids right now, which I'm about to take my little wrap off so I can really blend into my hairline, which I tap over. That's one way to not disturb your edges. So yeah, I put most of the product on my cheek, and then I kind of go under the eye and then up to the forehead over my nose. I really like both these foundations. So that's what one side looks like with foundation, no foundation. This side of my face has more scarring and is worse than this side. So you'll see how it looks when I cover both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I've had it on for about 10 minutes. I've had my hair braided for a month on the 19th. So what, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks? So that's what the edges are looking like. These are knotless box braids. Like I said, I've had them for about 3 weeks and I have washed them once since I've had them. And I really, really enjoy having the knotless box braids. I really like this. I will definitely do it again. If you live in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, go to Fatima's Natural Hair Care. I highly recommend her. She has an assistant, y'all. I have a total of, I counted the other day, I think it's 73 or 75 braids, 78 braids, something like that. I have more fine textured hair. I have more medium low density hair. I don't have a lot of hair on my head. I know sometimes it may look like it when my hair is in its natural state, but I really don't have that much hair on my head. So I only have 73 or 75 braids, 78, somewhere in there, 70 something braids. Y'all, it only took 3 hours for me to get my hair braided. Knotless box braids, and they are long. Let me just show you real quick. Y'all see? These are long. And they're kind of small. 3 hours because she has an assistant. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Because I went on a school night on a Thursday night because she's booked and busy, but she is blessed. Her hands are blessed. Her assistant's hands are blessed. I will only go back to her as long as I live in this area. She is now my braider, my hairstylist. I'm claiming her. But yeah, if you live in this area, go to her. Okay, go get your hair done by Fatima's Natural Hair Care. I found her on Style Seat. I found out about her through another girl at my church that got her hair done. Shout out to Cara. And it looks so good. I was like, who did your hair? I need to go to whoever did your hair. I'm very much a word of mouth kind of person when it comes to stuff like that, because I can physically see that it looks good on them. Also, you can see when it dries down, it kind of matches my skin tone better. It's not as warm versus when I first put it on, it's a little bit warmer. But it's all Gucci with me because in the end, this is basically like a perfect skin tone match for me. And again, like I said, I kind of tap over my edges just so I can blend into the hairline. There's not a weird gap with like my edges and my scalp and the foundation. And I always make sure I go over my nose area and above my lip because I do have discoloration there, and blend just a little bit down the neck. I don't go too crazy. Blend over the ears just so everything is very seamless, you know, no lines of demarcation. All right, do I want to wear concealer today? I don't know, I've been into concealers more in 2020. That's something I've experimented with. Also, I forgot how fast I talk. Wow, now I know why my kids are so fascinated. Like, how do you talk so fast, Miss Ishman? But like, I don't realize when I'm teaching how fast I'm talking, but now that I'm recording a video, I'm realizing how quickly I do speak. But it's a part of who I am. I'm a fast talker. Slow thinker, fast talker, probably not the best combination. But I'm learning and I'm growing in that area. All right, I've got several different concealers that I've been loving. Honestly, I really like Tarte Shape Tape. I've never used it, never understood the hype about it. And I've also been into just wearing concealer only, like wearing concealers as foundation. Just really experimental during this year and the time that I've been off of YouTube. But we're going to use a newer one I've invested in recently. So I have the Clinique Even Better All Over Cover and Eraser. I've never used this eraser thing at the top. I don't plan on it. But this is the shade Mahogany. I'm just going to use a little bit of that above my lip right here. This is a warm neutral shade. As you can see, it's pretty much blending in. But I do have discoloration there, so I'm just going to put that one there. And then for under my eyes, I've really been enjoying the Hourglass Vanish Foundation. The Hourglass, I'm pretty sure it's the Vanish Concealer. I have two shades. I have Mocha and I have Teak. I have not yet used Teak because I thought this was going to be my skin tone, but it's actually a lot lighter. And I don't like super bright under eyes, but let's just experiment. So I'm going to put a little bit of Mocha first. To me, that's light enough for an under eye because I don't like it to be too bright. I'm just going to put a little bit of that one, and let's see what Teak looks like. Oh, wow, that's really bright for me, in my opinion. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Teak right in that inner corner. You can kind of can't tell on camera that there's a difference, but I really do like this concealer. All right, and do I even have a little brush for concealer? Yes, I do. Is this one I used to blend out my concealer? I've also been very much into brushes. Let's just use this one. So I'm going to use this little BH Cosmetics number 3 brush. I'm blend out the area over my lip and I'm tapping it in. So make sure there's none of that discoloration showing around my Mouth, honestly, the foundation's covered, but this is just being extra. Being extra. And then I'm going to go under my eyes with the same brush. Then I can go over my eyelid because I am going to do eyeshadow. And I'm going to blend this in that area. And it adds just a subtle brightness, which I like. I don't like anything too bright under the eyes, but a nice little subtle brightness I'm cool with. Kind of that matches my chest, the color of my chest. I'm pretty sure if I swatch these concealers on my chest, it would be a great match for that area, because I like to use the tones that naturally occur in my body for my makeup. That's what makes your makeup, in my opinion, look more natural and enhances what you already have going on, instead of using shades and colors that don't exist on my body already. That's where things can look a little more dramatic, you know, more dramatic. We'll just leave it at that. And that's not really been my style. So y'all know I used to never wear concealer because I don't really have dark circles. But when it comes to just adding dimension to the face, I do like the way that concealer does look. And how like highlighting with concealer can enhance the face. All right, so that's that. I normally don't put concealer down my nose. John really likes matte makeup looks. He really likes those, all matte makeup looks. But then he also likes when I do fun creative stuff. So we're going to do something fun and creative. He chose the color silver, so I already have the palettes in mind that I might want to use. But let's go ahead and set with powder. I have several favorites. Honestly, what is honestly? Honestly, one of my top favorite powders for setting my under eyes is the Pat McGrath Labs Deep Skin Finish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I love this stuff. It is so good. I would be happy using just this powder for under my eyes for the rest of my life, but that price though. And I'm going to use a Luxie Precision Foundation brush. Thank you so very much. You're so kind. To pat this powder in. I like how lightweight it is. I like that it's not heavy, but it does set the concealer in place so that it doesn't crease or move. I literally just kind of pat it in. I normally do 2 layers just to make sure that it's locked in there. And it doesn't dry out my under eyes. The older that I get, the more dry my under eyes are. And yo, it looks wild when they're like super dry and crepey. But sometimes that happens to me with certain powders. But this one, never. Never, ever, never, ever, never, ever. And I take it kind of to the high points of my face too. And I go into my forehead as well, since she's out there and that's kind of the only thing that people do see when I'm at school wearing a mask is my forehead. And there's Nola June again, barking. And a little bit of this powder goes a long way too. So I try and like get the excess. It's soft, so it does like kick up in the pan. So I kind of take the excess that flew up and I put that around my nose, my upper lip, kind of the center of the face, focusing on the center of the face with this powder. And then the forehead. All right. Now, when I want my nose to be extra, this is how much snatchery I do with the nose. I don't really contour my nose, but I will highlight the center. So I'll take this same brightening under eye blurring powder, whatever it's called, under eye blurring. I don't think it is for brightening, but so I'll just concentrate a line of whatever powder I use to set my under eyes right down the center of my nose, and that's how I snatch my nose. I don't really do all that. Y'all know I'm lazy. I'm still pretty much lazy with makeup. I've added a few extra steps, but at the same time I still keep it very simple, and I feel like it complements my features, my face shape, my aesthetic very well. So I'll do that. I'll put like a nice defined line down the center, and that's how I snatch my nose. But not really, because I'm gonna be doing all that. I ain't got time, fam. Just kidding. I have all the time in the world right now. All right, for the perimeter of my face, I've been into, y'all already know, a fave of mine. This has not changed. I love the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder. Sometimes I'll use a translucent powder or a colorless powder like this if I feel like I have great coverage, which I do with these foundations. I don't think I need any additional coverage. My skin looks pretty flawless. Everything is blending. So we're just going to go in with this. And I've been kind of into doing lighter setting. Like I don't put on as much powder, y'all. So I'm going to take a brush. This is a BH Cosmetics 114. It's like an angled brush. It's kind of dense, but kind of fluffy. I'm just going to pat this powder in to set the perimeters of my face. Especially down here, you know, if I was wearing a mask, which I'm not going anywhere, I do need to check my mail. I might walk to the mailbox. That's probably as much. So I also need to walk my dog on her evening walk, or take her on her evening walk. As you can see, this doesn't change the tone of the foundation at all. It's just going to set it, and it gives such a nice velvety, smooth finish, in my opinion. I'm going to tap this everywhere else on my face, side of my nose, and then I'm going to go over the center where I put that powder, and over the ear, and anywhere I put foundation. So I kind of went over down my neck a little bit, I went over my ears, just going to dust a little bit of this powder on. All right, so now I'm done setting the face, and I like to touch it to make sure it doesn't feel sticky. I don't like my face to feel sticky or tacky. No, I need it to feel like dry to the touch. Not dry as in like dehydrated, but just not tacky. I want it to feel like I have on makeup. You know what I mean? I want to be able to touch my face and nothing come off on my hand. Like, also, I've been in a water challenge with John. Who can drink the most water? Quick water break. Just want to say I've been winning basically ever since we started. So, got to keep up that reigning title. All right, I'm going to put in my fake septum now. Yeah, I'll put it now. Right here. Cool. So we have the silver nose ring, and this used to be silver, but it's kind of like tarnished to like an onyx, like grayish color. I like the way it looks still. So I'm going to put that in. Got my silver nose hoop in. I actually need to wipe it off a little bit. Got some makeup on it. I have my Monroe. She's still hanging on. All right, so now let's add some more dimension to the face, and I'm going to use, I've already pre-selected some stuff, the Tammy and Makeup Revolution Golden Hour Face Palette. Hello, and yes, I did. Thank you so much. Yes, I did have a great Thanksgiving. It was very small, you know, because of what's going on. It was just my grandfather. Well, let's start with my immediate family. So me, my mom and dad, my sister. I only have one sibling, my younger sister, who is a nurse now. She's a registered nurse. So thank you for everybody who prayed for her when she was still in nursing school and stuff. She's now an RN. So it was my mom, my dad, me and my sister, my boyfriend, John, my dad's parents, his mom and his dad, they're not together, his mom and his dad's wife, and their child, his parent, my dad's parents' child, my grandparents' child, and then her child. And that was everybody. So I believe 9 people total, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really want to redo the math, but you can do it for yourself if you care that much. But yeah, that's all who it was at my parents' house. So my boyfriend lives in Pennsylvania. So he flew down from, I know you're like, what? What is happening here? There's a lot that has happened. Yes, there is. But he flew down, and then we drove to my parents' house. And my dog kind of likes him. You know, my dog is crazy. She's still crazy. She's still here. All right, we're going to use the face palette by Tammy. I really enjoy this. I really like it. I'm going to mix together the bronzer shade and the contour shade, just tapping in them like this with this brush I got from Amazon. And then I'm going to dust off the excess. I'm going to go on and add this to another area where I would blush / bronze. I like it a little bit higher up on my face. I find that enhances my face shape and adds the kind of definition that I'm seeking. I don't want it to be too low. And by mixing the contour and the bronzer, I kind of get both. And I'm kind of bringing it in pretty far, but most of the product I'm concentrating back here, as you can see. I say as you can see a lot. I still do that. Wow. Yeah, so I start next to the ear, and then I kind of bring it forward. It's just going to add a little bit more shape to my face. I mean, I have a naturally kind of slim, narrow face, but it doesn't have a lot of definition to it. Especially with makeup on, it's very flat and kind of not dimensional. So that's why we're doing this, to add some of that back. And now I'm going to focus on the bronzer shade, and I'm going to mix the bronzer and the blush shade just a little bit. And Focus that towards the front and the apple of the cheek. Yeah, that's pretty. To add a little bit of color there. Beautiful. Love it. Oh, that's really pretty. You see how that just adds a little ooh, yeah. Whatever that means, right? All right. Now with this brush, I'm going to tap into the bronze and the contour again a couple times. And I am going to take a little bit on the sides of my nose towards the top. I don't like to bring it all the way down, but just like right in here. Next to my eye, I will put this right in there and I kind of flick it into the brow area a little bit. And then with whatever's left over, I'll kind of come down here, go on the bottom, go over the whole nose on the sides. There's that. Sometimes I put bronzer on my hairline. No, I kind of don't want to today. Oh, hey, Nola June. Nola June's in here. Hey, baby girl. What's up, girl? Can you sit? Can you sit? Good girl. My dog's being good. She's being sweet today. I don't think I'm going to put any up here. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's all personal preference, how I'm feeling that day. I don't really think I need it. I have a big forehead. I've accepted it. Okay, it's more than a forehead. It's kind of like a whole hand head. And that's fine, okay? It's all good. They say hello, Nola. Let me see if I can show her to y'all. There she is. You're being good. Yeah, you're being good. Y'all can see my bleached out face rag. Uh-oh, what you hear, mama? Okay, bye. But yeah, that's my dog. She's cute. She's still alive. She's still thriving. All right, that's it for bronzer and blush. Let's do a little bit of highlight. A little bit of highlighter. Yeah, she is cute. She is cute. This is a BH Cosmetics 140 brush. It's honestly a big, supposed to be, I think, a crease brush, like a blending brush. But I like to use it for highlighter. And I'm going to use the Highlight Golden Hour from the Tammy palette. I really like Tammy. I love her makeup looks. I like her personality. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on. It's powerful stuff. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Yeah, I'm going to put it in this general area. And I'm going to blend it into my brow bone. It is very golden. Even though I'm going to do silver eyeshadow, it's okay. I like mixing my metals. And we're not putting on like a lot of highlight, just a little bit, just a little bit like that. So, I mean, you can probably kind of really see it on camera, but just a tad of highlight. Don't go overboard. Just a tad, touche, scoosh. And then I'm gonna take my finger and go into the same highlighter. And I like to really put like a nice defined line down the bridge of my nose. That's another way I feel like adds some dimension to my face and makes it look less flat, since I like my more full coverage foundations. So I literally just like rub it right down the center of the nose. That's pretty. It's a little golden, a little much for my liking. And if that happens, I go back with the brush that I use for my bronzer, my contour, my blush. And I'll just kind of go over it, like kind of brush it over and up, flick it to the wrist, flick it. Kind of over the highlight. I know you're like, why is she so extra? It's part of who I am. All right, it's still very bright. That's okay. We're just gonna leave it as is. I like what's going on here. All right, I'm officially done with the base. So now we're gonna go on to eyebrows. I have done my eyebrows a little bit different since y'all have last scented me. Yes, scented. More water. All right, so I've been using an eyebrow pen. I really like the way that looks and how that operates. Also, it's bothering me that my hair looks kind of like ratchet. Let's just put it in a side pony for now. Like it's not styled, it's just kind of like hanging out with us right now. Yeah, we'll do a little side pony action while I'm getting ready. I can get with this. Okay, I look a little bit cuter. Showing off my oblong head, my large forehead, my oblong head, and my large forehead. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'm cool with this. All right. All right, let's put some brows on because really, yo, my forehead would be so big if I didn't have eyebrows. I would look really scary. So I still use like an older mascara to kind of like brush through. You could use a brow mascara or a brow gel, but I'm not investing in that when I can use older mascaras. Like, you know what I mean, dog? So what I'm going to do is take this mascara that is a little bit older and kind of dried up, and I'm going to use it like a brow gel. And I'm going to brush through my eyebrow hairs, and this helps to tint them because as you can see, they're way more visible than this side. You see that? You see that magic happening? Oh, but the thing is, sometimes it gets where you don't want it to because this is a lot bigger than like a brow mascara wand. But that's okay. I just wipe it away. That's what it is. Just work with it, and then I go through the tail a little bit and kind of just brush those down. So I brush the front part up. This is regular mascara that you would use on your lashes. And I brush the tail down. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so you already see they have a little something something. Like if you're really in a rush, you could kind of leave it here and go out the door. But we're going to perfect this a little bit more because I really don't have that much brow hair. I'm going to give you kind of a close-up so you can see what I'm working with. Now, without doing that, you can't really see the hairs at all. So by just brushing through them with some old mascara, the hairs are way more visible, which I want because I like my brows to look kind of like real hairs, which they're not. So now I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen. I use the shade Granite. I like, or this is Ebony. I use Ebony, I guess. I think I got a Granite one. I like black brows personally because my hair is naturally like a 1B, 1.5B, but I dye it pitch black to a 1. So I prefer black brows. I think they look really nice. I like bolder, more thinner arched brows. So I'm going to show you how I do that for me using a brow pen. And I like the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and I like the Urban Decay Black Brow Blade. Those are my two kind of favorites. So first I start with the line at the bottom. And I'm following where the hairs start. So I'm not just making something up. I'm following what I naturally have. I'm going to make it as straight as possible. So that's what we have. We look crazy. And now I'm going to go in and make brow-like strokes to fill in the gaps. And because I put that mascara on the brow hairs, it really helps these strokes to kind of blend in with the hair that's already there. And I make some in front of the brow as well, where there aren't any hairs at all, because I like my brows to be a little bit closer together. Not too close, but like, you know, a little bit closer than how they grow naturally. So I do that. I went a little too low on this side, but I kind of don't hate the way that looks. It's okay. And then I go and I draw a line at the top where the hairs stop, kind of going through the ends of them because I don't want to go too far up. I'm following what's already there, not creating something new. I'll show you guys up close in a little bit. Kind of my same technique, but just different product. I find the brow pen is just easier to control. Then when it comes to the tail, I kind of just follow what's already there. They've come out better. My brows have definitely come out better, but they're not terrible today. Sometimes I look in the small mirror. Sometimes I look in the big bathroom mirror. you know? Alright, and then after I get those done, I go in and kind of do a few more strokes. Just make sure everything's blended. There's no awkward gaps of like total skin peeking through. Especially towards the arch and the tail. I like for that part to be mostly totally filled in black. So there's kind of a gradient from the beginning portion to the ends of the brow. Thank you, thank you. So those are the brows. They're not the worst. They're not my best, but I'll take them. I'll go with it, okay, you know? All right. So now we can move on to the eyes. I feel like I'm a lot faster with my makeup too now, like because I've just been like focusing on like figuring out what I like, how to do things, what works for me, you know, what I feel like best complements my face and everything. I feel like I'm a lot faster with my makeup now. I normally don't wear eyeshadow on a daily basis, but the 3 palettes we're going to kind of choose from today are the Juvia's Place Nubian 3 Coral, because I'm doing a silver eye look, silver and gray, maybe a little bit brown, I'm not sure yet. So we're going to use this one. I really like the silvers in here. I like all the shades in here. This is really pretty color story. We might dip into the Kaleidos Futurism 2 Cyber Bronze palette. There's a nice silver, chile. There's a nice silver in here and some neutrals, so I might pop into this palette. I don't know, I might use this palette alone. I'm not sure yet, you know. We'll see what happens. And I also pulled out the holiday palette from 2018 or 2019 from Morphe. Their 39L Hit the Lights, because there's some silvers in here and there's a silver glitter and some silver shades over here. Ooh, I might use that shade. It's called Hot Date, and I have a hot date with John. But yeah, I feel like you weirdo if he sees this. So we're gonna use that shade just because I am having a little virtual movie night date situation. So let's get started with the eyeshadow. All right, let's see. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to start with the Kaleidos palette, and I'm going to use the shade. I don't think that's right. Oh, that makes more sense. The shade Y2K, which is this like mid-tone brown. Right there. Speaking of Y2K and that time period. And I'm just going to use this. It's my Ray number 6. Nothing has changed much with the brushes that I use. I still love BH Cosmetics brushes. I think I've used only BH Cosmetics brushes and one IT Cosmetics in this video. It's going to be like my transition shade. It is just barely deeper and a little bit warmer and richer than my skin tone. So it'll make a great transition shade. I'm just going to fluff that all up in my crease, fluff it in the crease, fluff it in the crease. I really like the Kaleidos formula of shadows. I think they're great. Cool brand, cool packaging, great quality. Can you see how that added a little bit more definition than this eye? It's very subtle. If you want to do a more natural look, you could just add mascara and just do this in the crease and go, because it's very similar to the tones of my bronzer contour situation. Hey, Nola June is back sitting behind me. You want to come hang out and do makeup? Or you want to know who I'm talking to? You being nosy? You trying to be my business? You think you're grown? Just kidding. Let me stop. Sorry, flashbacks to my childhood right there. You think you're grown? What are you doing in grown folks' business? I'm sure every black child ever has heard those two statements, you know, growing up. Probably still hear it from your mom. Every now and again. Even though I'm an adult, I'm a whole adult. I still haven't replaced my little silver mirror. I've just been using a small mirror. This is a KVD Vegan Beauty little tiny mirror that came in one of the little like 500 point sets from Sephora that I've been using. And I have another little mirror that I got, and I sometimes put in my purse that's a little bit bigger, but I just use what I've got, you know? Also, I guess this is the time to announce I'm doing a no buy for 2021. One. I think I need a couple no buy years, honestly. I have so much makeup, guys, and I really just want to enjoy what I have. And I've just been feeling a spirit of content, a spirit of just really being fulfilled. Like, I feel like I'm truly fulfilled in my life with where I'm at, with my career, relationship, health, just every aspect. I'm really feeling content, and I just feel like I don't need more, and I don't want to buy into consumerism anymore because I have consumed a lot and I have so much. I have more than I can probably use in my lifetime if I'm really being honest. So I really want to focus on saving and giving to others. Yeah, I feel like saving and just giving to others, and buying things for other people. Like, I really am just at this point in my life where I want to be a blessing to other people, use the talents and the gifts and the resources I have for other people because I already have more. Like, I'm abundantly blessed. Like, period, poo. I don't need anything. Okay? I don't need anything. So let me give to everybody. Let me give to other people. That's just really the kind of wave that I'm on. So, yeah, I mean, even some of the products that I pulled out now, these are products that I've had. Like, the newest product is probably the Kaleidos palette, and then the Nubian Coral, I think that came out last year, and then the 39L came out either December of 2019 or December 2018. Like, I'm just in a spirit of, like I said, just being really fulfilled and using what I have. Like, you can miss out on the greatness that is in front of you, that is right there, when you're always looking at what's new and what's next and what other people have. And I just don't want to do that anymore. I've never really been that person to truly compare, but I don't even want to do it just the slightest. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the wave I've been on. That's my mindset as of late. So yeah, but I really just want to enjoy the things that I have, All right, we've got that down. I really like the way that's looking. Let's go in with a little bit of the gray shade. Let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna start that on the outer V. Let's use the same brush. Y'all know I'm a huge fan of using like one brush per look. This palette doesn't have a mirror. The Kaleidos one does. I don't know why I didn't use that, the mirror in that palette, but let's whatevs. Let's see if this is darker or lighter, because sometimes grays can be a little odd like that. And it's looking actually about the same tone. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that in the crease, just in the outer half of my crease, just to add some of that gray tone to the brown, since we are doing a silver look. And then I think I'm going to do dark brown and silver. Focus on dark brown and silver for the look. Okay, I just wanted to add a little bit of that color. Yeah, that's nice. So let's go ahead and really deepen up the crease and the outer V. I kind of like to do that first before I do my lid, and then like blend back and forth. So using the same brush, I'm going to use the shade Carbon from the Kaleidos palette. Did I use a primer? Yes, I did. I used the Laura Mercier hydrating primer. Like I tell you, I've been doing some different things. Like, I really like this primer, and I'm telling you, the foundation I use, the foundations I mix together are bomb. For those that are just joining in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I mixed these two foundations together. This is in my top 3 favorite foundations of life. This might be my new #1. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin, and then the Too Faced Born This Way Matte. I mix these two together. I wear 80 neutral in this one. I wear Cocoa, because you're in love with my Cocoa, in this one. And then this side of my face is really smooth and like basically acne free, so it looks really good. And then this side, we have a little bit of turbulence going on, but it's okay because it'll be smooth. If I just get rid of that one, it looks pretty decent. I mean, that's really the only thing. And it'll be gone in like 5 days or so. Because I finally learned how to really take care of my skin and my acne. It's gone like that nowadays because I know exactly what to do. And what ingredients really work. What was I doing? Taking Carbon, the dark brown. And I'm going to really deepen up the outer V and the crease of this look so we can get to the lid, because that's the fun, exciting part, in my opinion. And I'm kind of stamping it on first. And the outer V, wiggling it into the crease. And it's very cool tone, which is great. That's one thing I like about this dark brown. It's more cool tone than the first brown I used from the palette. The Y2K is a lot warmer. And silver is cool toned and icy, so I I feel like this will look really good in the crease to deepen up the look. But it's not black, so it won't be totally, like, it won't be as, like, dramatic, but still impactful. Yeah, that's pretty. Wish y'all could see a little bit better. The lighting is still not the best. I might have to hold up the phone. There you go. I have some under my eye, but now you can see the eye look so far. A little bit better. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I should honestly do like a question and answer so you can be updated on everything. But honestly, it's kind of the same old situation. Still teaching, same school. Is this the brush I use for my under eye? Yes, it is. I'm gonna take this to brush away some of the fallout. No problem. Yeah, foundations are still my favorite like makeup item to try, but now I have like my core favorite like top 12. And I just want to really focus on like using those. And like I said, focus on what I have. I don't need backups of anything. Like I'm good. I'm Gucci, you know? Like I just need to chill. All right, let's go into the lid shades. I'm going to start with the Nubian Coral palette and the deepest silver shimmer in here. It's so pretty. This one with my finger. I like to use my finger for my shimmers. It's really creamy. Look at that. Look how pigmented that is. And I'm going to start to apply this on to my lid, focusing on the center and like outer part of my lid a little bit. Kind of overlapping with the outer V. What's it? I'm just pressing this on with my finger. It's like a steel toned silver. It's got some depth to it. It's really pretty. And I feel like it looks good on dark skin and like more warm neutral skin like I have. I don't feel like it looks ugly. I'm gonna do that on both eyes. Cute, que cute. Que linda. Okay, okay. Sorry, y'all can't see with my big old hand in the way. With my big old hand in the way. Hey. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay. All right, now that we've got that down, I'm going back into that carbon dark matte brown. I'm just going to tap over the edge just to go ahead and start blending as I go, blend as I go, blend as I go. Oh, oh. Cute, love it. Now we're going to go into the 39L palette from Morphina. Morphina! And I'm going to take the shade Hot Date, which is this shimmery silver right here. It kind of has some gold glitter in it. It's really pretty. Come a little closer. Right, that one right there. It's brighter. I'll put that on the inner half of my lid with my dedito finger. Oh yes, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. I like this combo of silver tone shades. Yeah, it's got that gold glitter in it, so it's a little bit warmer. That's pretty. It's almost going off like a silver gold, white gold vibes. Hot Date. That's pretty. Again, I'm still just using my finger and looking into my bathroom mirror, the large bathroom mirror, to do this. Then I'll pick up the smaller mirror in a little bit. Really make sure I get down to like the base of my lid closer to the lash line. Sometimes I miss that area with my finger, so I gotta be cognizant of that. All right, and then I'm gonna go back into the first shade we used, and I'm gonna blend over top of that so that we have a gradient from the Hot Date to this shade from the Nubian Coral 3. And it's really pretty because laid over top, it's brighter silver and it goes to the deeper, more like steel tone silver. So I am very pleased with how all of these shades are working together and blending. I've got some shimmer fall out on my face. I'm just going to use a random brush to, whatever that means, brush it away. Yo, me as a teacher, I literally teach like this sometimes. And the kids are like, we have no idea what she means, but we kind of do, but we kind of don't. Keeps them engaged, though. Keeps them engaged. You know, words are hard sometimes. Let me show y'all so far. Let me back away from the lights. There we go. Now you can kind of see the colors. I need to clean up the outer edges of the look. Clean up the outer edges of the look. Then we can do our inner corner and lower lash line, I think. I'm taking that first brown shade I used to kind of blend the edges of everything using that same brush. I've literally only used one brush for this look and my finger. That's really pretty. I'm gonna go back into the darker brown shade, tapping a little bit of that in the outer V area. Great. Switching to another brush. I'm going to take this brush I normally use for my inner tear duct. I'm taking that dark brown shade Carbon from the Kaleidos Futurism 2 palette. And I'm going to go ahead and start smudging this on my lower lash line. And I'm going to go like 3/4 of the way in with the dark brown. I'm doing it kind of thickums down there, so it can be a little smoky. Thickums like I'm trying to be, still not quite there yet, you know. I will tell y'all, I am 5'8.5". That's my height. And I weigh 137 pounds. I fluctuate between like 137, 138. I stay pretty much in there as of late. Which is good. I need to gain a couple more pounds, a few more pounds to be at a healthy weight for my height. I really need to be 140. I would love to be able to maintain 140 effortlessly without having to think about it. Like, you need to eat more now. You need more calories. Like, that's annoying to me. But again, I'm super grateful and thankful that I don't have the opposite problem, so I'm not complaining. But that's just a goal of mine. Because it's, you know, yeah. It can be a struggle if you're in the opposite position. I mean, it's a struggle now for me trying to gain weight. I'm taking that darker silver on this brush and putting that on the center of my lower lash line. Really need more body fat. That's really what I need. I'm getting eyeshadow in my eye, but you know, I'm just gonna, I blink it out. I blink it out. Don't use a brush like this if you're gonna do that. It will get in your eye. Now my eyes are watering. Like I said, I'm just gonna blink through it. All right. I want to put something really bright and silver in the tear duct. So let's use the silver from the Futurism palette. This one right there. That's really bright. It's very icy. I'm afraid it might not look right with the look, considering the colors I currently have on. But I don't know, let's try it. I don't know, this one is a little bit more in the family from the Juvia's Place. It's a little bit darker though. I kind of want it to be bright and popping, so it's called Plasma from the Futurism 2, the silver. This one, I'm gonna put that in my tear duct using the same brush. I just wiped it off on my pants, makeup sweatpants. And I'm gonna put that right into, oh yeah, that's really pretty. It's very reflective and very like glittery, shimmery. I have to show y'all, this light is not showing off the makeup to the best of its, it's not the best representation, but I'll show y'all in a little bit. But yeah, being quarantined, it's an adjustment. I'm just trying to, you know, stay somewhat productive and busy. And I should do some more reading during this time. So yeah, well, that's the eyeshadow done. So now I have to decide, do I want to do liner? He likes wings. Maybe I'll do a small wing. I like a baby wing. Let me close up all my palettes, put everything back. I put things back as I use them for those that are new to my channel. That's kind of how I like to operate, because if I don't, everything's just going to end up everywhere, you know? So I try and put things away as I go. But all of these go, I know exactly where they go, so I'm just going to stack them behind me for now. But wing or no wing? That is the question. Also, this look, because of how neutral it is, I mean, it's just silvers. It would be really pretty, like if you did a color liner, like a navy blue or a green, or you could even do red, like to make this like a holiday festive look. Like green or red would be really pretty with it. Or just black, like if you want to get creative. Or if you really want to have fun, do something like neon would be really cool, like eyeliner. I kind of don't want to do eyeliner. I have been very anti-eyeliner. Or if I'm doing eyeliner, I don't wear eyeshadow. That's kind of been the wave that I've been on as of late. Ooh, purple. You could do purple with this. I mean, honestly, any color you want could go with this because it's very neutral. Like silver is a neutral. It's more of a cooler tone neutral. All right, we'll do a little bit of eyeliner. I'm going to use the Smashbox Always On Liquid Eyeliner to Felt Tip pen. And I'm going to get really close to my lash line. Really, really close. And I'm only going to go about halfway in. That's something I like to do. I feel like it enhances my eye shape to not go all the way into the tear duct. So I only go about halfway in. And I get really, really close to the base of my lashes. That's where I like to start when it comes to defining the eye with liner. Now, sometimes with certain shadows, like the shimmers I have on, it like clogs it up. So I'm going to switch to another liquid eyeliner felt tip. This is from Laura Geller, New York. Line and Define Dual Dimension Eyeliner in black. Yeah, you can see I'm kind of just laying it across to really get under there. This would be great if you're a lash wearer too. But I don't like thick wings, so that's why I get really close. And then I'll go and make the wing. And like I said, I like small wings, really small, thin wings. This is not the best for making those. So we're going to kind of use it to make the outline. And I'm going to switch to yet another eyeliner. I know I keep switching. Let's use the Stila. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner Micro Tip. Yeah, this one's way better. You can see how small that is. It's kind of longer, but I like it really thin. Don't like super thick wings. I normally like it to be shorter than this, but because of what I started with, the wing is already a little bit thicker than what I prefer. And I always mess it up on this side. Like now I'm gonna have to do a thicker wing. And there's like some lint on here. All right, this always happens to me. So I don't do wings like that. Okay. Yeah, this one's much easier to have control with because it is the micro tip. Should have just started with this one, but that's okay. All right, they came out a little bit longer, a little more dramatic than what I'd like, but you know, when we add mascara, it'll be fine. And for mascara, I've been really liking using mascara primers, and my favorite one of my favorites, I should say, I like the Lancome one, but I don't have it, but the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer, I feel like works pretty much just the same. And I've also been curling my lashes occasionally. Sometimes I do, like if I really want that extra oomph. But I really just curl the ends of my lashes just so that they curl up more, since I don't really like to wear falsies. So we're going to do all three of those things tonight, because why not? I got time, cuz. So let's go to the very ends of my lashes. And I usually like sing the ABCs or something in my head, or I don't know, however patient I'm feeling. But I really just get the ends of my lashes so they can really stand up more. Sometimes I do it for longer, sometimes I do it for shorter. I have decent lashes, so either which way, if I use a primer and a mascara, it's going to be pretty impactful for me. But curling just adds a little extra. Va va boom 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 ba boo 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 boo. So there's a quick curl right there, right there. I don't even know if that was truly effective in the length. I'm not the expert on lash curling. I'm just sharing what I like to do sometimes. Now I'm going to go in with the lash primer, L'Oreal Voluminous Base. And there's a huge glob on the end of it. I really like to make sure I get those very outer edge lashes and the inner ones near my tear duct, because those are the ones that tend to get lost in the sauce, you know what I mean? I mean, you can see how that is already like enhancing my natural lashes. So I really make sure I get those itty bitty inner ones and those more fine outer ones that I have. Of course, the ones in the middle and between, they naturally get coated really well. Don't give me no problems. This also helps your lashes not curl down. If you have lashes like that, like to curl into your eye, I can't stand that. It's very, very irritating. I'm going to put a little bit on the lower lashes, but I don't really focus on those as much. Then I'm going to kind of let this primer dry. I only do one coat of the primer. My favorite mascara of the moment, at the moment, is the Monsieur Big. I don't speak French very well. Monsieur Big by Lancome. I really like this mascara. Honestly, that mascara alone, without any primer, without curling my lashes, is bomb.com. So me doing those extra steps is truly extra, not a necessity to make this mascara look good. I have some glitter fallout stuck under my eye from that silver I put in tear duct. That's okay. Also, have you noticed that my face has not gotten any bit oily in this hour? Like it has stayed the same since I put it on. And I think using a hydrating primer has really helped with that. And I haven't even thought about what I want to put on my lips. He really likes when I do brown lips, matte dark brown lips are matte brown. And he likes when I do gloss. And the gloss that he really loves on me is the Pat McGrath Flesh 6 Lust Gloss, Lip Gloss, Brilliant Libere. Me trying to read these things is hilarious. That's one of the ones he really complimented on. He was like, I like that gloss you're wearing. And I happened to be wearing the Too Faced Foundation Ends gloss that day. I remember things like that very well. I kind of want to do a red look with this. I think this would be a beautiful holiday look if you want to do silver. Like if you had a silver dress or like silver accessories. I think this would be really pretty with it. Speaking of accessories, let's go ahead and put on some silver jewelry. I'm going to do a smaller size hoop. I've been into more small hoops, not as big as of late. So I'm going to do a hoop this size. What is that, like an inch? Inch diameter? Yeah, I like that size. And then I'll do the necklace from my parents that they got me for Christmas last year. It says, "It is well." That's one of my favorite hymns. "It is well with my soul." I have a very fond college memory of that one. And it's a bar necklace. I really like bar necklaces like this a lot. And I'm going to put it on the, I'm like all up in y'all's face right now. But I can't see. Your girl's supposed to wear glasses on the smallest size. cute. So now I have my silver jewelry to accent my silver makeup look. And now we can go in with the Mansour Big Lancome Mascara. You notice how I tilt my head back when I put on mascara. That helps me not get it on my lid. At least for me personally. It's helpful. Try it out. Tell me what you think about it. And I am really, really going to build this mascara up to give me more of a false lash look because I don't like to wear lashes. So that's one coat of the mascara. You can't really see. This lighting right here is not the best for eyeshadow. It looks great for skin, but not for eyeshadow. So I'll show you guys in a moment. Tilt my head up, really get in there. Even me taking my time and talking, it's only been an hour of me doing my makeup. That's way faster than in the past. I feel like I've gotten so much faster. Like I just know my face a lot better. I know what I like, what I don't like. I'm more decisive about like planning looks, like choosing things. Like, sorry, I looked congested there for a second. Like I'm doing this. Like before I started, I knew I was doing a silver look. I pre-picked palettes. Like, even though I took my time and I enjoyed this process and like chatting, talking through it, I feel like in the past I've been more scatterbrained and just not as intentional when I've made videos. But now I'm, I'm growing up, guys. Growing up. I'm a big kid now. And I'm really happy. I'm sure y'all can tell. Oh gosh, please hold. Really gross, but y'all know I have allergies, so don't come for me. Sorry about that. I apologize. That's nasty. Not very ladylike. Sorry. I do sincerely apologize. I try not to do that on camera, but it kind of happened. So quiet while I'm doing my mascara. But yeah, I'm really building up the mascara. Oh yeah, let me show y'all. I'm really building it up so it gives me that false lash look because I don't like to wear false lashes and I have decent lashes, so it's like I'm gonna work with what I got. I just don't really like false. I think they're beautiful. Like when I do wear them, I'm like, oh, this is nice, but I just can't be bothered to put on false lashes like 98% of my life. There's like 2% where I'm like, I'm gonna put on falsies today and I love it and it's great, but like I said, 98% of the time it's a no for me, dog. And then we're gonna put some of this on the lower lashes as well. And then I hold it up the opposite way where I hold it above me and I look up into the mirror when I do the lower lashes. Just be careful if your upper lashes are longer than mine, they touch your skin when you do that. Yeah, my 2% is when somebody else when somebody else is putting on. Yeah, I don't trust other people to do my makeup. Almost every single time I've let somebody else do my makeup, it looks like trash. I've ranted about this before, but I just feel like nobody does my makeup as well as I do it. I have yet to meet someone that I was like, wow, I look amazing after they did my makeup, or I look just as good as when I do it, or I look better than when I do it myself. Yeah, it just hasn't happened. It just hasn't happened yet. Because I like a very particular style. Now, I have had my makeup done and it looked good for the style that that person does. But I know how I like my makeup to look. And if, so yeah, I like my makeup to look a certain way. And the people that I've gone to don't do their makeup style is not the way I like to do my makeup. So it's no offense to them. No offense to them at all. It's just I know what I like. I know how I like to look. And Most people don't make me look that way because it's not their way of doing makeup, you know? And that's cool because God has blessed me with the ability to do it myself. Amen. I really like the way this turned out. I feel like I want to add more of that darker silver though on my lid. So I'm going to use this small little brush and go back into the Nubian Coral 3. And I'm going to add, use this brush to add more of it to like the upper part of the look of the eyeshadow. Yeah, that's pretty. That gave it a little bit more of a pop. There we go. All right. The eyes are officially done. I really like the way they turned out, that this makeup has turned out. Now I just need to figure out what am I going to do on my lips. And also what am I going to do to my hair. I mean, I could just leave it down. I could. I did 2 French braids of my braids yesterday. That was really cute. Inspired by Arnell Ashley, Alyssa's twin. That was super cute. I might just leave it down, but all to like one side. Very like 2000s. Okay, let's put on the lip. Let me stop. Let me stay focused. Stay focused. Put this back into like a bun so it's not in my face. Okay. I kind of like the focus on the eyes. The eyes are really pretty, so I don't think I'm going to do a bold lip like a red or like a dark purple or anything like that. We're going to do nude. We're going to stay in the nude family and maybe try a new gloss. I have some new glosses from Pemagraph and I got with a birthday gift card. So it wasn't my own money. It was a gift from my besties from college. I'm kind of feeling this like bronzy gloss, and I'm like, is that gonna be too much with this? Let's just keep it simple. You're right. Thank you all for your input. And we're having a whole conversation, but not really. All right, let's keep it simple. I'm gonna take this Juvia's Place lip liner in the shade Cola, their Luxe lip liner, Coca-Cola. And I'm gonna go ahead and wipe what's on here onto my lip. I hate when there's like product on the applicator, and I use this on myself only, so I don't feel bad for doing that. And this is a darker, like neutral cool tone brown. Very creamy. Glides on super easy. And I love that it's retractable. That's the way, I like it, Yeah, I'm gonna do nude. I'm just lining my lips first, and then I think I'm gonna do I think I want a glossy nude though. So I think I'm gonna color my lips in a little bit more. yeah. So my lips are kind of filled in. Get some more of that product off. Oh, that did not work. We'll do it the next time I do my lips when I start them. But, all right, we've got cola. And I think I'm going to do a Juvia's Place gloss in the shade Caramel Rose. Just going to start with a little bit. These glosses are very opaque. Very, very opaque. So, just going to put a little bit right there in the middle. They smell really good. And then like distribute it. Like that little dot in the center literally just covered my whole lip. Then I'm going to go with my finger and blend with the liner on the edges. And with the dark brown liner underneath, it looks very close to my skin tone, which honestly is the kind of nude glossy lip that I personally like. I feel like there's more gloss on this side. That's going to bother me, yo. I can feel that there's more gloss on this half of my lips than this half. That's going to bother me. So we're going to like even it out a little bit. Maybe my lips are just dry on this half. I don't know. All right, that feels better. To still maintain some dimension, I'm almost out of this. This is the Bite Beauty. Y'all know this. I love this thing. That's how much I have left of this. This brown in the shade Cognac. I love this thing. I'm going to go and add a little bit more brown around the edges. This is a matte stick lip. A matte stick lippy. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, I hope. But it's a warmer brown. So, oh, I got some in my teeth. But this helps me to blend as well. We are going to finish watching Always Be My Maybe. I've seen it before, but he hasn't. So we're going to finish that. And then I don't know what we're going to do. Probably just talk. Definitely pray. We pray almost every time we get on the phone together. But yeah, I really like the way this look turned it out. I figure out what I want to do with my hairs. I'm kind of liking them down. This is the finished look. This is true to color. So this is what the color I really am right now, what you're seeing. This is my real skin tone. And you can see the foundations are a literal, like, perfect match. I feel like on camera sometimes I look lighter, but this is really the true color that I am right here. Love the way the makeup turned out. So yeah, that's that on that. I'll be back. I'm not sure when. I'm not going to make any promises, but you know, thank y'all for those that tuned in today. Okay, but I'll be back. I'm going to try not to be gone as long ever again. I'm trying at least, you know, tiptoe in here every now and again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. And don't forget to count your blessings. Bye-bye.